everyone. Welcome to the Carolina Weather Group. We're happy to have you today. A really cool show going on, especially for those folks who are in college or high school wanting to know a little bit more about journalism and TV stations and meteorology. And WCNC out of Charlotte, North Carolina has this cool, unique program going on that we're going to talk about today. We have Stephanie Mackey on with us with WCNC, as well as Aisha Scott, meteorologist at WCNC in Charlotte. And ladies, really cool program. You know, when we were all going through college, we had these opportunities of doing job shadowing and mentorship, and due to COVID over the last year and a half, that's kind of come to a cease for a while. So you all at WCNC have this unique opportunity. So Ms. Stephanie, I'll start with you. Tell us about this program and kind of what the goals are behind it.
So this actually came out of a conversation that we had in our inclusion, diversity, and equity group at the station. Aisha and I teamed up together to focus on high school and college internships. And of course, you know, it was a challenge because we're in the midst of a pandemic, you know, slowly returning back to normal life. But we were trying to think of ways that we could still give students an opportunity to kind of explore what a career in local TV would be like. And so we took our presentation to our group, and it kind of just like blew up from there. You know, we just presented it to our coworkers, like, it'd be really cool if we can do this. And it became this, what we have today, this program that we're calling Pathways. And it's basically discovering your pathway to a career in local television. So we kind of take students each day through a different department in a local TV news station. And Aisha talks about meteorology along with her partner, Ashley, who talks about sports. And those two we paired together because they're kind of specialties. And I'll toss it to Aisha for that.
Yeah, you know, I actually had a principal or a teacher reach out to me, and she said, you know, I have a student who's interested in, you know, an internship. Do you know of any? And I'm like, because of COVID, you know, I didn't know of any internships or anything. So I felt so bad. And that was kind of like how Stephanie and I, the conversation kind of started. But, you know, I think it's so important because I remember when I was in college, really, I shadowed meteorologists. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. So I would shadow. And, you know, I was a little crazy too, because I had like an 8 o'clock class and I worked like 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. that morning show. But I ended up, you know, shadowing, and then I got a job there. And that was kind of like my foot into the industry, if you would. And so I was just thinking, you know, people don't have that opportunity. Students don't have that opportunity, especially if they're looking for more specialized fields like weather or, as Stephanie mentioned, sports, because in my opinion, weather really is more hands-on. You know, it's really like you're digging into numbers and you're digging into data. And yeah, you know, you're going in front of the green screen too. But, you know, I think just having a way for these students to learn about TV in general, but also when it comes to meteorology, is just so important. But also because, you know, I am an African-American woman and there are so few of me in this industry. And so I think it is important to, you know, this was born out of our diversity and inclusion and equity group. It's so important to show that, you know, what a meteorologist looks like, you know, as opposed to what we would typically see.
Tell us a little bit how this affected you, Aisha, as you were coming up through meteorology. How important were these internships for you?
You know, I actually want to backtrack a little bit because I know I said, you know, hands-on, and it's like, well, it's virtual, so it's not hands-on. But one thing that we really tried to do was make it as hands-on as possible. So for instance, with weather, I recorded a video, you know, just showing our graphic system because a lot of people don't know that we have a graphic system and it's almost like a PowerPoint presentation. And so we're making these slides to match the weather story. So I showed a video of that. I showed a behind the scenes video of the green screen and how the green screen works. So it may not be hands-on, but at least, you know, I'm trying to give a little bit of behind the scenes technical work as far as what goes into putting a weather story together and presenting it, live on television. So I wanted to say that before we kind of jump ahead. For me, though, internships was key to getting to where I am now, because, when I was in high school, I would just send random emails to the meteorologists at the stations, that were local, and they allowed me to come in and shadow them. And then when I got in college, I would also do the same. I would shadow. I had 2 internships when I was in college, and then I ended up working at the NBC station back in Norfolk. And I told you I was working 4 to 7, and then I had an 8 o'clock class. So it was a lot, but it was just so key, because I think a lot of times in our minds, we say, okay, this is what I want to do. And I've wanted to be a meteorologist ever since I was 7 years old. And I knew I wanted to be on TV. And so I think sometimes we have these ideas and things we want to do in our heads, but we don't really know what all goes into it. And sometimes that will change your mind. You'll say like, I don't think I really want to do that after seeing everything that goes into it. And for me, I hit those points because I had to take calculus 2-3, differential equations, thermodynamics. I had to take all of these like crazy hard classes. And there were times I was like, this ain't for me. I don't want to do this no more. But I think being able to show students like, this is what it takes. This is what you have to get through in order to make that dream a reality is so, so, so important.
Me and you kind of relate. We're both meteorologists. So, we can learn all we can in the classroom and reading through books. But like you just said, it's really that hands-on opportunity and really just picking the brain of one another. It's always good to have someone to bounce ideas off of. Is this what you're seeing? Do you think this is going to happen? So a really unique program that you guys have going on there. The Pathways program begins Monday, June 7th and runs through Thursday, June 10th. Like Stephanie and Aisha have been talking about, it goes from the overall of the industry into the specific departments like sports and weather, and also talking about marketing and sales revenue off of the TV side. So a really unique program. Stephanie, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit more about all the different areas that folks can explore during the week of June 7th through 10th.
Yeah, so during the week, we're going to start off with just an overview of the industry. And the president and general manager of our station, Joan Barrett, she's going to take everyone through that. And then we dig into photography, editing, directing, and engineering, digital journalism, weather and sports, of course, anchors and reporters, producing and the assignment desk, sales and revenue, and then also marketing, and I want to point this out, marketing or creative services, as a lot of people might, like your graphic design and stuff like that. So we kind of take them through pretty much every area in a local TV news station.
It certainly sounds like a great program to attend. How can folks register for this?
Well, we have an article on our website, but the easiest way is you can email us at pathways@wcnc.com, and we'll send all the information that folks request. If they want to sign up, we'll send you the link to sign up. Pathways@wcnc.com.
I will say too, I think it's important, even if you aren't really thinking about a career in TV, I think it's important to still expose yourself to what may be something that you didn't even really know you were interested in. Like, for instance, I'm a meteorologist, but I want to attend the marketing and the sales part because I just don't know what really goes on, with those two sides of the business. So I think it's important, even if you're not I want to be, a marketing director, or, you want to go into maybe nursing or something, even if you're not thinking of a field like broadcasting or media, I think it's still important to maybe open your eyes a little bit to what's possible and what you could be interested in that you may not have even thought about.
And the cool thing is it's all free.
That is a great thing. And Aisha, that's a great point. Some folks may be like, hey, I want to get in TV and I'm interested in this, but they go through this and like, man, that really sounds like something I want to pursue. So it's a great program, and we are very thankful for you all putting this together. Aisha, I do hope in the meteorology part that somewhere you do warn those people who may be interested in weather about the Carolina wedge, because I know it all gives us a headache around here.
The thing is, I didn't want to get too technical, but if someone asks about it, I definitely would. That one, forecasting in the Carolinas is funny because my career has literally bounced me back and forth between North Carolina and Virginia. I started in Wilmington, went to Norfolk, now I'm in Charlotte. And that Carolina wedge is no joke. I mean, I pull my hair out every single time.
Brad Panovich, your colleague, he always joked, he's like, I had hair before I had to deal with that. So
that is
It is a beast to forecast. So hopefully, maybe if we get another program, we can really get into the details about that. But Stephanie, Aisha, thank you so much for joining us. And again, Stephanie, let us know that email address, how people can contact you all if they're really interested in this.
Yeah, the email is pathways@wcnc.com, and we'll send you the link.
Very cool. And again, that is June 7th through the 11th. And I think you're doing a program in the morning and the afternoon. And so get signed up for that and explore the TV world. You might find something that's really is interesting to you. So Aisha, Stephanie, thank you so much. And thank you all for watching the Carolina Weather Group.
You're welcome. Thank you.